Radio Toronto was a popular indie station that aired a little of everything. We played local artists as well as top 40 hits, reported on serious news as well as Toronto street culture. I had beaten hundreds of other applicants to secure my internship position, alongside fellow intern Thomas Matthews. Now that I had lost out on the only other job I really wanted, I was determined to get hired on permanently at the station once my internship ended. To do that, I needed to become indispensable to the station's general manager. Marissa Lake was a sophisticated white woman in her late 30s, tall and willowy, with sleek honey-brown hair pulled into a chignon and a silk scarf draped just so around her neck. Thomas thought she was sensitive about her neck. "You're lucky. You cover all the time," he said now, gesturing at my hijab. We were sitting in our small office, surrounded by boxes of archives we had been ordered to sort and catalog, which hadn't been touched in decades. After 2 hours, we were both bored. Thomas's family were Orthodox Christians from South India. He assumed that, as fellow Desis, we shared a special connection. He also thought he should be the one offered the permanent job at Radio Toronto at the end of our internship. He was wrong on both counts. "My neck is fine, thanks," I said. "Women have all these hang-ups. If it's not their necks or toes, it's their eyebrows." I peered inside a filing box and tried to tune him out. "I know what your hang-up is," he said, voice sly. Thomas had dark brown skin and enormous eyes hidden behind circular wireframe glasses. He favored slim-fit cardigans and sweater vests, which he thought made him look like a brown hipster. I knew better. Desi Harry Potter would only ever look out for his own interests. I also knew he wasn't going to let up until I reacted. Next to coming up with strange theories about the people in our office, Thomas loved to tease me. "Okay, fine. What's my hang-up?" I asked. He shrugged. "Your hair. That's why you wear that thing on your head." "Hijab. Say it with me. Hijab." "The fact that you're so sensitive only proves me right. Tell me the truth. Are you one of those weirdos who can't stop chewing their hair?" I slammed a file folder onto the desk. "I'm shocked you're still single. What's wrong? Mommy hasn't found you a wife yet?" "Nobody does the arranged marriage thing anymore, Hana," Thomas said placidly, and I instantly regretted my bout of temper. "Except for crazy conservatives." His eyes lingered on my hijab. "Besides, I have a girlfriend," he said, pulling another folder toward him. "Virtual girlfriends don't count." "You would know all about virtual friends," he shot back, gaze resting on the phone in my hand. I flushed and closed my messaging app. I hadn't been texting Stanley P. at work, only checking whether he had texted me. He hadn't. "What are you two talking about?" Marissa had wandered into the office. She grabbed a file at random, flicked through it, and put it down on the wrong pile. Today she was wearing light pink lipstick that matched her pale pink scarf, a shade I could never pull off. Marissa dressed more elegantly than her current job demanded. Thomas said it was because she was a woman on the climb. I wanted to move up too, like Marissa. I even had a scarf collection, though I wore mine on my head instead of around my neck. We weren't so different. "I'm making great progress with the files, Marissa," Thomas said. "I've got plenty of ideas to keep them organized from now on. I'd love to share them with you later." I rolled my eyes, but Marissa only smiled faintly in our direction. She was no demi. "Thomas was just telling me about his girlfriend," I said, answering her question. "Oh," Marissa said, a note of disappointment in her voice. "I was hoping to set the two of you up." Thomas and I looked at each other in dismay as she left us to it. Marissa called me into her office a few hours later. "I hope you weren't offended, sweetie," she said, indicating that I should take a seat. Her office was cramped, but she did have a window that faced the parking lot. "I thought you and Thomas looked cute together." I stifled my sigh. Marissa meant well, as much as someone who wanted to match up people by their skin tone could mean well. She didn't get that although our parents were born in the same country, it didn't follow that we were destined to fall in love. I liked Marissa, so my tone was gentle when I replied. We don't see each other like that. Also, he has a girlfriend.